Hi, I'm Kep Kepner, CPA here in Dallas. We're talking about one of my clients. We're calling him Alias Joe. And Alias Joe used all his funds to buy a restaurant. He then tried to fund the other expenses he needed by not paying his sales tax. The sales tax people, the state controller in the state of Texas, jumped on him, made sure that he paid his taxes. He got him up to date, and now he's reporting his taxes regularly. Next thing he tried to do is fund it by not paying some payroll taxes. And now the IRS is on his case. So he's tried to compensate for lack of sales by not paying two of his major creditors, the state controller and the Internal Revenue Service. Those are maybe short-term strategies, but they're certainly not very good long-term strategies. So what is his problem? His real problem is sales. Now, who's going to tell him that? Who is going to tell him that he's not making enough in sales? It's not that he doesn't have the right profit margin, because as his CPA, we've examined his monthly financial statements, and we can see that his food cost is reasonable in line with what his sales are. We can see that his staffing is in line. Now, he's working the kitchen. His wife's working the front as the receptionist or hostess, and they have some I can't even say that. Okay, let me go back to him. He's working the kitchen, and his wife is working the front as a hostess, and they have waitresses. So he doesn't have a lot of salary. He's cut that down, and he's managed his food costs, doing all the right things in that area, but he's still not making it. So the bottom line is somebody's got to tell him his sales are not high enough. That falls on his CPA, because most people don't have anybody else to tell them that. It's the CPA who has knowledge of their business. So in his case, he's got to do something to make his restaurant different. He's not a McDonald's, he's not a Burger King, so he doesn't have name recognition. He's got to do something to make his restaurant different. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to tell him. When I explain to him about his sales, I'm going to tell him that what he needs to do is be the restaurant with the best cinnamon rolls in the state of Texas. And I want him to promote that. And that will get people coming into his restaurant, because as you know, we all love cinnamon rolls. And I don't care if he goes to Costco and buys them or if he makes them in his own restaurant. I want him to give small cinnamon rolls to everybody that comes in the restaurant. And if you think about it, that's probably 10 cents to create a cinnamon roll. And then they can buy additional baskets of cinnamon rolls, and he can get his full markup on that. So he needs to find something that's unique like that to separate him from everybody else that's out there. So whether it's cinnamon rolls, maybe it's some special kind of a drink, maybe it's something he gives free with every meal, he's got to do something to get his business recognized as something special. Now, he does serve breakfast, so cinnamon rolls might be the best thing in the world. There are a bunch of places in Dallas to go get a Sunday morning brunch, but his is not recognized as one of them. I'll bet if he gave away the world's best cinnamon rolls or the world's biggest cinnamon rolls for some price, or free cinnamon rolls, he could fill up his restaurant for Sunday brunch, and for Monday, and for Tuesday, and for Saturday, and for Friday. So his problem is sales, and he's not getting enough sales. So what he's got to do is find those answers. And I can give him the ideas. You know, we often think that a CPA is only about the number, but in this case, the number is he doesn't have enough. He doesn't have enough dollars coming in the door. So he's got to do something about that. And if he needs marketing help or somebody, we can find somebody, help him promote that particular benefit. So you think that's not an accounting issue. It is certainly an accounting issue, because if he doesn't solve his sales problem, he's not going to be around a year from now. I'm not going to have a client, and he's going to be owing the IRS, and he's not going to have a business to produce the income for him. So accounting is more than just how do you save and measure the numbers. But once you measure that, what are you going to do about it? And we can help in all those areas. So if you're like alias Joe, my client, then you're going to have to spend some money on marketing, but we can help you identify some strategies to build your business. Give us a call.